Hey y'all, welcome to Other Realm Studio. I am Paula and we're back. Let's see. So today I'm nearly done with another commission. So I'm not going to be doing that one. And it is a little bit late for Rocketeer fan art. I haven't had any time to practice today. So I was going to do something a little bit different. So a little while ago, I put up a survey on my various social media about what I should do for my next Kickstarter. And I wanted to do something fairly small and fairly quick, and that I could design and then order. And I don't think I've come to the end of my polling yet, but it's looking like enamel pins. So I noticed last year at Soda City Comic Con, I got a commemorative 2018 limited edition enamel pin made by Wizard Pens. And I've also noticed that in a lot of other Kickstarters, people have been finding a lot of success with creating enamel pins. I just thought they were horrifically expensive, but they aren't too bad actually. So let's see, I was going to show you something. So this right here is my logo, so I thought about doing the sea unicorn that I designed as an enamel pin, or I could, since a little bit more of my work currently is dragons, little, like, let me see, paste, come on. I'm going to have to figure out how to select that. So since my dragons are one of the things that I'm selling, my little hatchable dragons, let's see, I'm gonna move this. So I thought I could do a graphic of my dragons. Potentially. So that design's already made. So I was thinking I should create something a little bit more like my hatchable baby dragons, little coin dragons that go in the kits. Let me see. Oh. Let me make a note here. This is the calligraphy pen that comes with the Clip Studio Paint EX. Which, it's not entirely like a calligraphy pen, but it does make interesting flourishes if you're keeping in mind where you're going. because it is very directional. Let me see. So, since I've gotten so many responses across various media that enamel pens are the way to go, let's see. Now I just need to decide on which one. Now, I haven't done a lot of investigating on this yet. Hey, Kathy. I had another window open on top of the chat. So I could possibly get one design made in several colors, or maybe not, but I would have to stick with one design if I'm going to leave it as a relatively short Kickstarter. So let me see. Let me put a new layer in here so I don't go over. Oh yeah, you're in a new time zone, a different time zone than me. Let's see. Where was I? What was I saying? I don't know. Who am I? All right. I'm gonna start with a light green and work my way out. So let me see. I wanted to zoom in. Come on. Why does it always think I want to zoom out? All right, here we go. So yeah, I was going to design a cute baby dragon. Let me see. Warming up. Oh yeah, another layer so that I don't, if I end up drawing over some of my writing, I don't have to erase some of it. I can just scoot the layer around. So right now it kind of looks like one of those little pull toys. So I don't normally draw with the circle technique. It's a little crazy to get the hang of. This is the thing where if you've ever seen one of these like draw cartoon character books, they always teach you the circle technique for how to create your little cartoon characters. But it's like on one page you have a bunch of random circles, and on the next page you have the fully rendered thing. And those are, yeah, less than helpful. But what it is useful for is when you are designing a character that is intended to be really cute. Because round things are cute. It just sets off, whatever it is in the human brain that causes us to just really love round things. Babies are fat and rounded, of all species, just about. And that's probably why. So if I want to do a really cute baby dragon, then it helps to start off with the infamous circle technique, because it keeps all my shapes in that very helpful round category of things. Yes, and we are round and welcoming and cute people too. Okay, so really what I think that the drawing instruction books miss is that it's not drawing round shapes. It's seeing the shapes in your head before you start drawing. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here in just a minute is pop another layer on top of it and draw over it with darker lines. So I'm going to erase out some of the stuff that might be a little confusing, where I've gone over it a few times. We'll do a new layer on top. This is just like using tracing paper over and over again. We'll go with a slightly darker green. And we'll use this layer to do more of the, really to experiment with more of the details of the face. Love you too, Kathy. Catch you later. And don't forget to let me know which would you vote for. Our sleek and glamorous sea unicorn or the baby dragon. Let's see, I'm gonna give the dragon just kind of a shallow smile here. We'll scoop down the back. Oh, there goes autosave. Maybe not so much curve on that claw end. Okay, because I do need to keep in mind this is probably going to be filled in with metal, if this is what the lines are going to be. Do I need to go up this direction? Probably not. Let me see. I always have to think a little bit harder about wing structure. That one went a little wild. I think I can get that a little better in a minute. Okay, we will take that back down and try to remember what that line was supposed to be when we come back with our darker color on our last layer. So since I actually have a pen right here in front of me, I can kind of get an idea of what the quality is going to be like if I go with Wizard pens. This one's a very fancy pen. It's got, let's see, dark blue, light blue, kind of a burgundy color, and some gold glitter in it. So I don't think my pens are going to be that fancy. It would be nice, but for a first time, I think I can just have pens made. Okay, I need to figure out the pose for the little forepaws. So I will be thinking about those at the same time as I'm working out where the line of the backbone is going to go. And hence the tail. I'm going to keep the tail kind of thick. Let's see. Because it's going to be a baby dragon. Do-do-do. And just trying to pin down exactly how tiny should the details be. So the pen that I would like to get, I'm thinking of like 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So not a very big pen, and I'll have to be sure that it's a level of detail that can be accommodated in a smaller size pen. But you know, an inch is a pretty decent size. That's pretty close to the one that I've got. Okay, so dragons have thumbs. But I'm not sure they'll be apparent from this side of this paw. I really like the little face that I've come up with for this one. I think she's turning out cute. I don't know why, but for some reason this dragon is a she. So don't forget to let me know in the comments, what do you think? We're going to go have enamel pens made. We're going to run a Kickstarter for it. It may be as early as mid-July, maybe. Or it may be as late as the first week of August. Let's see. I'm just going to correct the shape of this foot, and then I'm going to go correct the shape of the other one. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how long these toes ought to be. Maybe I need to extend this one out a little more. Okay, I think that helps. Let's get rid of layer 2 so I can see without any extra lines. Okay, what I think I need to do here is make the wings bigger. I need to continue to carry down this line right here. And I need to broaden the wings overall. right down here. Let's carry this down. And I think if I make the limbs a little thicker, maybe not carry it down that far. There. Let's see. So make the wing a little thicker, and then I can bring the little forepaws down a little further. So that, you know, it's not so fragile looking. Yeah, in fact, what we have here as hind paws, if we just go ahead and I experiment with this a little. So if instead of having hind paws right here on the ground in front, we just go ahead and make it forepaws. I think that the placement works a little better. I mean, you kind of lose the cute begging puppy sitting up thing, but on the other hand, it looks like a more believable creature. See, I don't know why. Apparently I was a picky kid when it came to the character design of my books and stuff, but it always bothered me when creatures did not look like the same sort of animal from one page to the next. Like on the cover, it would look like a fairly reasonable depiction of a creature, and then on the inside it would be drawn a different way on every page, and some of them would just not work. So I'm still not very happy with these claws, and I'm gonna have to go back and rethink how they're done. But overall, I'm liking the shape that it's coming into. So I'm going to go back to drawing circles where I would like to place things. Let's see. Invisible circles at the moment. Hey, sketchbook. Sketchbook LP. Baby sea unicorn dragon. Sketchbook LP. Shan? On Twitch. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think I got it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about doing pins, but it's just going to take a minute. Well, it's going to take a unicampus. Oh, that's a thought. Okay, I think I got this, Claw. I think I got it. I think I got it. This is exciting. I thought I wasn't going to get this session. Yeah. Let's see, let's make this eraser a little smaller. Oh, goodness. No, that's why it's always a bad idea to mess with the pets of ocean deities. So yeah, the sea unicorn over here is my logo that I made a little while back, and I still really like it. And I thought, when I first decided that I was going to entertain the thought of doing, let's see. Thank you. When I was going to do an enamel pin, I thought, well, of course, because I've already got my sea unicorn design. And then I started thinking, well, I have not actually done much with the sea unicorn as far as the other stuff that I have. The things that I make and I sell at Comic Cons and all. What I do have is I have these little baby dragons that I sculpt and cast, and I fit them into little eggs that you can hatch them out of, and they're about an inch tall. And you can put them in your change jar or your piggy bank, and they will guard your change and hoard it for you. And those are a fun thing that I can sell at Comic Cons. And I also have a listing on Etsy right now. Let's see. Let's do the little claws. Little claw tips. Just keep them a little bit blunt. So I have baby dragons. So if I wanted to keep up with my theme of little dragons, then I could also have the pinback buttons. No, I do have a little baby dragon design on pinback buttons right now, but I was also thinking of enamel pins. And also they are kind of a bit more common of a creature. I mean, you can find more fans of dragons than you can sea unicorns, I guess. So let's see. I think I can take down this line too. Yeah. So I don't really do fan art, and I won't sell fan art, but yeah, I don't want to rely on that as a crutch. Start selling fan art, then when are you ever going to stop and work on your own characters? Yeah. So I don't want to fall into that trap. But you know, people do it because the characters are already popular. Well, there's a lot of different takes that you can go on for dragons too. So I can make I can make dragons my own. I can't make like Iron Man or Black Widow or Catwoman my own. I can definitely make dragons. Okay, does she need little knobs on her spine? That might work. Just a little bit more extra detail, and also just to keep the definition of the spine going on as this tail comes around. All right. I'm glad you came by, Sketch. Yeah, I have one commission that I've just about got done, and I was going to work on it more today, but it's been a weird day. It's not been easy to concentrate. Hey Madonna, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, I like my sea unicorn. I'm wondering whether I should have pins made of the unicorn or the dragon. So that's my big question tonight. I mean, it would be awesome to be able to do both, but I think that with the casting process that they'll have to go through, that would be two separate orders, and I would have to raise. I'd have to raise pre-orders for at least. I hadn't actually worked out how many of each I would actually need, but the least number that I would have to order is 50 of each design. So I really don't know if I would like to divide up my resources and do 2 designs. I might manage to do 2 colors, but that depends on what their process is and everything. Let's see. I think I should add a little bit of a line right here. Too straight. Nope, not right. Okay, here we are. So I think technically its little toes would be poking out like right there. I don't know if I'll leave those in the design though. Or if it would be best to simplify it out. Let's see. What does this eye need? Let's not make it look wall-eyed. Okay. Let me try this in a slightly different order here. Okay, let me zoom out of this for a second. Bring out my wrist. So far I like my design of the baby dragon. I'm going to see if I can actually sculpt that. I don't think I can sculpt it as small as my inch tall little hatchable ones, but I'm going to see if I can sculpt it to, I might be able to make it in like 3 or 4 inches tall. I just got some clay conditioner in, so that's going to be helpful. My clay is getting a little bit old, so that way I'll be able to use some of my older stuff. So yeah, I think the next step for this design is going to be one more layer and tracing this over, yeah, as if this is pencils. We'll pop a new layer on that. And let's see how I do. My digital inking is not terrific these days, or any day. But the only way I'm going to get any better is to practice. So there we have it. Now I could try to do the calligraphy effect, which would look really interesting, maybe. But the sea unicorn, that one I originally did with, I did that one on paper. I'm trying to remember, did I use a ballpoint pen? Did I use like a micro Sharpie on it? I think I used like the old micron pen. I mean, you can tell that it's a little bit ragged and jagged at the edges. So let me see how the calligraphy pen does on inks. Okay, how much stabilization can I give this thing? Yeah, the eyes are a big deal. Yeah, usually I do the eyes last, or I do them a little bit earlier if they're starting to freak me out. But yeah, when I do face painting, I do, yeah, because of the black pupils in the eyes, and I always do the darkest color last, I fill in the eyes last on that too, when I'm doing like little characters in face painting. Yeah, I'm not really liking the calligraphy pen on this. I'll just go back to the regular one. Okay, let me use a bit of a bigger tip on this. Let's go up to about a 40 and see if I can get some interesting line weight. Let's see. Do some variations. So I want to vary the line weight to make the design more interesting, because you can see that I did this over here on the sea unicorn where I kind of faked the calligraphy effect with it, with the thick and the thin lines. But it's an interesting design. Whoop. A little bit of a Roman nose on it. Yeah, the design's more interesting because of, yeah, the lines themselves adding more to it. And I've got a little bit of that going on with the dragon. But I've also had to erase and come back and redesign a few things along the way as well. So, nope, not a great line there. So, some of my line width is designed the way I wanted it to go, and some of it is just jagged and drawn over and sketchy. No, that's too straight. So I know what I need to practice, and that is maintaining control, getting the shape of the line that I need to get, while also managing my line width. And it takes a little bit more coordination than I have. I can do it on paper, interestingly. But digitally, I don't know if I'm not getting enough feedback from it. I don't know if I'm not pressure sensitive enough. I mean, the pen is. This is a much better tablet than I started off with. I don't know if what's messing me up with it is that I have to look at the screen while, whoops, that's not quite right. I have to look at the screen while I'm drawing instead of looking at my hand while I'm drawing. See, actually, I'm not sure that this line should be that round, but I think we will just go with that. That's a little crooked. Okay, there I think I did all right. Oops. Okay, it's almost time for me to go. So, I mean, I really do hate to abandon these in the middle of a pen stroke, but sometimes you just can't help it. But thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping me company. I appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow night. And remember, I'm taking Wednesdays off and weekends, so no art stream then. Also, if you want to know when I'll be coming out with the enamel pens, and if you want to vote, well, if you want to vote for one or the other, you can vote in the comments. But if you want to know when I'm going to start the Kickstarter to get these produced, or one of these produced, you can go to my website at www.otherrealmstudio.com. Let me see. There is a chance that I could actually type that out quickly-ish. Alright. otherrealmstudio.com, and I have a newsletter up there so that you can sign up for that and for my news. Thank you, Polar Bear Joe. And now it's also up here on my image. So yeah, sign up for my newsletter. Vote in the comments. Which one would you like to see? And it's time to go, so good night, and I'll see you in the other realm.